Hello people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Talita, your faith, lifestyle, womanhood and creativity channel. I remain your girl Elena Labi, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for always coming back. And so today I'll be speaking about something very important. Recently I shared, or last year I shared, let me officially say Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022, and thanks to everyone that supported me. Yes, we've not hit the 1K subscriber yet, but the feedback I get from the videos we do makes me want to do more. Thanks for all our subscribers and those that share and always root for us. Welcome to 2022. Last year, 2021, I shared a video about pregnancy, my pregnancy story. And so today I just want to do a quick one which has been on my mind for a while. I've had young girls, young women, young ladies like me have some experience which I also heard after birth, and I feel I should share this with everybody. Yes, this concerning women that, yes, giving birth through CS and giving birth through vaginal birth has its pros and cons, but I will really be speaking about those that gives birth with vaginal birth and they have tears, which they call episiotomy. I don't know if I'm correct, but that's what is being called. There was a group I belonged to at a point, and they were talking about it and the experiences that women have after these things. I've never heard. I didn't even hear a very convenient one. I've never. Some said it was easy to pull. It was not easy to pull after the episiotomy. Than what I meant by that is when a baby wants to come out and maybe the midwife feels like the baby cannot, they have to tear, and sometimes it's the head of the baby, or maybe when the vagina is tight for the baby to come out, there might be tears. And as much as possible, I also pray that I did not want to have tear. If I'm going to be giving birth vagina, I don't want to have tear, which I eventually actually had. But everybody, I had a lot of experiences, a lot of thoughts about it, and I feel like I did not want to. Now when you have the baby and you have tear, they can either give you analgesic. I don't know if I'm correct. They can either give you so that when they are stitching you don't feel the pain, but when it wears off you feel the pain. So when I gave birth, they told me that there was no essence given, that they don't give, so they had to stitch. And the stitching, it's the stitching that we actually get, I don't know, mixed with the body. It's not like the one they would loosen like the one they do before. So I was feeling the pain while they were stitching my tears. But I was told before I left the hospital that I should not sit on hot water, and that I should not, now we're taught at antenatal that you should not allow them to massage your body will go back to normal, your body will do all of this. Yes, there's some people that it works so, but have you seen Igbo woman give birth, and after giving birth, have you seen them how they go back to shape? Fine, the food they eat might be part of it, and maybe using things for their tummy, but sometimes using hot water to massage in the Yoruba culture where I belong can work. And the reason why I'm doing this is because they say you should not sit on hot water. Nobody is saying you should sit on hot water. I don't know what. Yes, the midwife told me that reason why they said I shouldn't sit on hot water was because the stitch, so that the stitch does not loosen back. There are some that want to do things excessfully, because they will just pour very hot water into your bum, and the stitch, because the stitch can melt away. But that does not eradicate the fact that you should not use it on that part. I've had 1, 2, or 3 of close friends recently that gave birth, and they experienced, in fact, not 1 or 2, had the after birth, after like more than 2 weeks, the pain was intense, because when you want to breastfeed you have to sit down, and you don't have to sit, there's a way they say you don't have to sit on it, so that your bum don't start giving some sound and everything, that you have to sit on a kind of particular type of chair when you have episiotomy, when it's being stitched. They had to be on pain reliever. I don't see any, but by the time I was 3-4 days after, when I was stitched, the second morning I started feeling the pain, like, oh more the pain, I couldn't even sit well. But I was with my mother-in-law then, and she told me that, well, she's not going to do, but I can't just do without sitting on something. Eat that can help you heal, that can help that place heal and not make it smell. You shouldn't be taking cold, you shouldn't be bathing cold water after giving birth. Cold water, you shouldn't, because your body has gone through a lot of stress and you need to. I'm sharing this based on my experience and based on what I've seen fellow young women like me go through. Contrary to what the hospital have told us, there is no big deal, there's nothing. After like 4 days I got well. Like, you wouldn't even know that I had episiotomy. No, you won't know that I had tear and I was stitched. No, because I sat on, but it was just a warm one. It wasn't hot, like hot. Do you know that when one recently was, she was complaining. I was like, okay, what happened? She started being on pain reliever. In fact, there was a time I had to tell her, please, hope is good for the baby. She was like, okay, it's the doctor that, but why go through the stress of going through pain reliever when you could just do something? Later she was not telling me that, okay, one of our friends too said she sat on warm water. It's something to give it to that place that so maybe she wants to do that. For two, even after the naming, she was still feeling the pain after 7 days, like a week, to the extent that she had to. Do you not know the funny thing? These nurses and doctors, when they tell you something, they don't follow it. They don't follow. I remember when I was pregnant and I got to the hospital, and the this thing I met, gynecologist who also doubles as this thing, was telling me that, see, they will tell you don't take ice block, don't take. She said, see, I'm going to be truthful to you. When I was pregnant, the only things that goes in my mouth is ice block. I chew ice block, like, and I take it. And if she told me if it's ice block that you feel like chewing, and normally they will tell you don't take ice block, don't take. There are some do's and don'ts that this medical practitioner. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow them, but based on the experiences I've had recently around me, I just feel you need to take care of. Say you don't need to go through the pain a week, 2 weeks after having tear and you're stitched, and you're still going through the pain, to the extent that when she got to the clinic, the recent one I had, when she got to the clinic, they said, she went to sit on hot water, that's why this thing. She told them, no, I didn't agree. Their hand fell, they couldn't see anything. I just feel, for the sake of yourself, once you get home, get warm water, let it at least ooze to that place a bit. When you have kata, what do? You try doing the covering, which helps. If you're Yoruba, not Yoruba, you try doing the covering with hot water to help you with the drugs you're using. And sometimes you even use the drugs, the kata drugs, and they're not working. Try as much as possible so that you don't go through the stress. If I want to pee, it's always like that. How will you say you have episiotomy and after 2-3 months you can't have sex with your husband? Or I don't know how it is, but for those of us that have intimacy in the place of sex, I don't think there's any big deal after 3 months having your first sex with your husband. But this can hinder, a lot of things. You want to pull, it can be a problem. Depending on the tear you have, you want to do this, it can be a problem. I just feel this is the money I have, let me borrow you as a new time, as a first time mom. Thank you so much for watching, and that is all for womanhood on the channel this weekend. Till we'll come your way next time, I remain your girl Elena Labi. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you have had an experience before, please do share in the comment section so that people can learn. Thank you. And if you're not in the country, like you're not in Nigeria, and you had an experience, how did you deal with it as not being in the country? To be sincere, if you're outside the country, there are some measures that can be done, which is not like our quack medical stuffs going on in most of the hospitals in Nigeria. You can share your thoughts for us to learn. Thank you very much. I remain your girl Elena Labi once again. Bye.